Hi, my name is Kiana Latrice Knight. I am now 25 years old and currently still a resident from Bay Minette, Alabama. I come to you today to tell you how my road to recovery was. This has been by far the most devastating, miserable, happy, sad, up and down, longest journey. But I'm here today to say I made it. With God and my pastor guiding and helping me through it, I replayed and revisit a lot of obstacles in my life, but never realized that they were all tests. I'm truly grateful and honored to be one of God's chosen one, whom went through enough to understand and know my purpose of life. As I sit here today and tell you my testimony, tears fall down because I can finally say I did something that's actually benefiting me in so many ways. I was born April the 15th, 1995, as a little anointed girl. Who knew that I would be whom I am today? As a child, I went from relatives to friends to family to godparents and grandparents. But most of all, what I remember is being molested, but never opened my mouth or said a mumbling word. From being in a domestic violence household for 16 years of my life, from running from my mom to dad and dad to mom, I was confused and just all over the place. Cause at that time, that's all I knew was the bad. From being in juvenile most of my teen years, I went through too many heartaches, headaches, and pain that I turned to drugs at the age of 15. Hanging with people that I wasn't supposed to be with, doing things that I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing, stealing from my family, coming in the house when I got ready, disobeying my mother. All she wanted what was best for me and her kids, working 2 jobs to provide for me and my siblings. I still betrayed and let her down. Until one day, enough was enough. And my father got me and took me and gave me a beating I never had in my life and shot by my ear 3 times and told me that I would end up dead or in jail. I completely lost it and started my way into the homosexuality lifestyle, where I thought I was grown and living the adult life. I cut my hair, I got me some boy clothes, some tattoos, and even got me a girlfriend. Then one day, I caught my first domestic violence, not knowing then that God was trying to get my attention. At that time, then from jumping around from girl to girl, trying to live the fast life as I thought I was ready for, until I caught 3 more domestic violences and ended up being on house arrest for a year. I got in trouble again and got on house arrest for a whole nother year. At that time and moment, instantly something hit me and got my attention. But yet I still ignored it and kept wanting to do what I wanted to do. Still was trying to smoke and hang with the wrong crowd. Failed my drug test for a year, and deep down inside, I knew it was nobody but God with his hand on me, until the enemy got me again. And I ended up catching my first robbery and assault charge and being on the news. I was embarrassed, nervous, shook, and much more at how people would look at me, treat me, even think of me. But to my rescue through it all, there was my mother. I know she was hurt, mad, and sad at the things I was putting myself through, and her. But yet we both didn't know. We was preparing for our purpose. I then got bailed out and tried to change my life around yet again. But this time, it was a little different. I threw away all my clothes, dressed up as the woman that I thought I was, got all dolled up to being tricked again and finding a girl that didn't care about my looks, but still made me uncomfortable. So I turned back to my old ways. Got my boy clothes again, got my hair cut, back out there losing my little mind. I know you're probably wondering, where was my father at this point? But he was always locked up majority of my life. At that moment, he was locked up from shooting at my mom. At some point in life, I had to forgive him for everything that he has done to me. Too much was going through my head at that time, so I went going back and forth to different women, being the boy that I thought I was to them, and the daddy I never had to their kids. Shocking, I know. After doing so, I was kind of awakened, but still disobedient. Doing what Kiana wanted to do, I met a girl that was going through the same hurt as me, that it got so bad that she tried to take my life. As I sat there, I thought I was mirroring my mother and father. I started becoming wise and understanding life, telling the Lord I can't handle the homosexual life. Please take it away. And he did just that for a minute, until he threw a test at me and sent another girl, and I fell for it. At that time, I had my own apartment, own car, working as a Walmart technician, living the life I always wanted on my own once again. I then tried out for The Voice and didn't succeed. So I was wondering, Lord, what is it? A lot of people don't believe the way you live can hinder your blessings, but I am a living witness, but yet I ignored it. As time went by, I thought I was in love. The girl was like another mother to me. And what I meant by that is, I always felt neglected, betrayed, growing up on both sides of my family, but I never let it show. I was always smiling, cheering people up, singing, and much more. I know you're probably wondering, why am I just on this subject? That's because homosexuality is what really pushed me to be a better me and to change my life around after having the most and hardest obstacles in it. I was even introduced to witchcraft, which is what really set the bar high. It scared me so bad I had no choice but to get in a straight line. I overcame it. Then next was prostitution. Technically, not on websites or on the streets, but basically sleeping with older men for money. But then it was a catch to it. I had to take drugs just to be in the mood, or even go around a guy until I met my first boyfriend. I felt loved, happy, completed, until I caught my first STD and actually gave it to him. I was hurt, miserable, lost, but most of all, torn. I was able to cure it and actually sit down and talk with him about it. He stayed with me and never gave up until I just wanted to give up on everything and everybody. And I did such and got myself fully together until I met a guy whom is older than me and hung out one time and ended up pregnant. Yes, I'm pregnant writing this. It's been a whole year now since I finally transformed. As I'm birthing my son, I'm birthing myself as well for a fresh new start, because God has blessed me with a handsome son to show me what it feels like to be treated and loved, and I'm truly thankful for him. During my pregnancy, my child's father neglected and betrayed him the same way I felt when I was a kid. But I promise to love, cherish, and do whatever I have to do for him to have a successful, happy life. And just pray that God sends someone in our life to love him as their own. Everything I manifested is being fulfilled. I will prosper. I truly thank God for making me a chosen one. And if I knew what I know now, I would have did way better before. But yet I'm still thankful for everything and everyone that played a part of my life. My testimony is still yet to be continued, because God is not through with me yet. I have lost a lot of friends and even family, but yet I'm grateful and still standing. I truly hope this encourage or help the young generation to think about their purpose of life. It's been almost 2 years now that I've been free, and all of my blessings are falling and coming through. So no matter what you do in life, what you go through, or who may give up on you, you just never give up. God bless you all. Much love, Kiana Latrice Knight.